Yeah, indeed, indeed. All right, well, the players now marching out onto Anfield. Final chance for a tip, boys. Let's get it away.
Go the Reds, mate. And that's the Liverpool Reds.
I might tip a 1-1 draw.
Oh, you're a boy.
Well, I've said
you can't
2-0.
say that. 3-0.
Let's go across to our match caller now for the lineups.
Against Holland, pointing out that the youngster who scored last week's winner faces 14 games in 18 days. Well, the backlash is a break for Riza today. Just one change from Villa Park. Emile Heskey takes the attacking left midfield role, experimentally in front of Jimmy Traore, who keeps his place on the left side of defence, ahead of Jamie Carragher, who's been a fixture there over the last couple of seasons. Anfield is abuzz with a home Premiership debut for El Hadji Diouf. Well, Southampton were hoping to include a new goalkeeper today. Finnish international Ati Niemi's been signed from Hearts of Scotland, but the transfer is still at the medical stage. So Paul Jones, whose error cost Wales a goal against Croatia in midweek, remains in goal. They too have one change from last week's scoreless draw against Middlesbrough. On the right side of defence, club captain Jason Dodd makes way for Paul Telfer. It's a case of knuckling down for Gordon Strachan's team, as they did last season when they surprised Liverpool. And Liverpool failed to beat the Saints in 2 Premiership games. Emile Heskey restored to the team. Gerard Houllier told me yesterday he felt that Heskey had come back from the World Cup a slightly tired man. Certainly not the case for the effervescent El Hadji Diouf. Fabrice Fernandes is well known to Gerard Houllier, a young attacking left-sided midfield player. Paul Telfer in the team. You will notice that all of the players today are wearing black armbands at all grounds in England. There's going to be a minute's silence as a mark of respect for the 2 10-year-olds, Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman. The image of the 2 girls in their football shirts has been seen worldwide. Their murders, of course, touch the hearts of the nation. And in a few moments' time, the referee is going to ask the players and the supporters inside Anfield to observe a minute's silence.
Ladies and gentlemen, none of us can have failed to be moved by the appalling tragedy of Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman. And in memory of the 2 little girls, a minute's silence will be observed before all Premier and Football League games this afternoon. Here at Anfield, we'd also like you to remember our own much-loved Nessie Shankly, who passed away earlier this month. Nessie stood right behind and supported Bill totally through all the success he brought to this great club. She was sadly missed by us all. We would now ask you to please observe a 1-minute silence.
The silence immaculately observed. Of course, sometimes football can be that welcome escape from reality. It's Liverpool in their famous all-red strip against Southampton in the white shirts and the white shorts today. The man in green is Jeff Winter. It's his first Premiership game of the season. He'll be hoping for an eventful afternoon. Well, it is a city that's revelling in what it's famous for, football and music. It's a holiday weekend with a Beatles festival for the young at heart, Creamfields for the young, and Anfield for those with hope in their heart. The Liverpool fans expect. I expect a lot of that man, the new number 9, El Hadj Diouf. Made quite an impact on the Premiership already. Real buzz in the air, an expectancy. Gerard Houllier says that priority number 1 this season is the Premiership title. He's relaxed, he's had a week off, a promise he made to his doctors. Gordon Strachan hasn't had too many days off, lives the game, kicks every ball, makes every tackle, contests every decision. One of the trademarks of El Hadj Diouf in his couple of games in England so far has been maybe his inability to stay on his feet at times, under some heavy influence of defenders. He actually gave away the free kick then, but he does have about 40,000 fans on his side today. Wasn't the case at Villa Park last week. Abel Xavier. Marston. You know that from Southampton it is going to be up and at him. Any Gordon Strachan side is going to have the adrenaline pumping in a place like this. A confidence-building catch for Jerzy Dudek. Xavier to El Hadj Diouf. I think they used the same barber. Not a problem that Chris Marston has. Stefan Oncho to Steven Gerrard. Oncho back from international duty, as is his central defensive partner Sami Hyypiä. Played just half a game for Finland in midweek. Hitting it long, looking for Emil Heskey. Let out of the traps today after having to watch from the dugout last week at Villa Park. Heskey playing on the left side, as he often has done for England. Traore. Now Danny Murphy. Xavier loses his footing. It's a slightly slippery surface. There was a sprinkling of rain before the game. Hamann. Xavier. Gerrard. Fantastic pass to Heskey, whose power brings him inside. Heskey going for goal, determined. Oh! What a way to introduce yourself to Anfield! His first touch on the Anfield turf, and El Hadj Diouf scores. That's my boy. His first touch in front of his home fans is a magical one. A special thanks must go to Emil Heskey, the architect of the goal. Instinct took the £10 million signing into the right place at the right time. Anfield on his home debut. 1-0, less than 4 minutes gone. What a way to win friends and influence people. Well, they were excited about his debut. He's up there on the pedestal now. The Senegalese striker who was named in the World Cup All-Star team. You look on the positive side, it was a good Liverpool move. The negative side was that maybe Telfer was to blame as he lost his footing. Gerrard to Traore. Heskey. One of the criticisms of Liverpool last year is that when they took an early lead, they did tend to then consolidate in the game, which is something that I'm sure Houllier is trying to change this year. They won't be settling for 1-0. Sides of Southampton standing were a problem for Liverpool last year. They only took 1 point off the Saints in the 2 games. It is a must-win game for the Merseysiders. Worst possible start for the Saints. Bolton Wanderers, who scored the first Premiership goal of the season, have scored the first Premiership goal of the afternoon against Charlton, 1-0 Yuri Djorkaeff. Though last week, of course, they scored and then lost 4-1, so read nothing into that. Houpier to Murphy. Xavier to Dudek. Oncho. Murphy. Diouf. The club have asked the supporters to stay in their seats. It's hard when that man is on the ball. Haman. Diouf. Heskey. Paul Williams knocks the ball to safety. Wayne Bridge. Haman. Houpier. Telfer. Recalled to the side at the expense of Jason Dodd, but to blame for that Heskey run that led to the Diouf goal. Has been criticised in some circles, Emile Heskey, but certainly not within Anfield. The management and the players do regard him as one of the tireless workers. He's not shown any scoring statistics.
We have a message for Mark Murray on the carton. Contact his nearest steward, please. Mark Murray.
Traore. Don't know why they provide a seat for Gordon Strachan. He never sits in it. Oncho to Murphy. Xavier. There's of course competition for the right back role, with Marcus Babbel nearing complete fitness after his year out of the game with illness. Bahar's beaten by the towering Sami Houpier. 1 second there was sunlight, the next was none. Dudek leaves it to Traore. James Beattie strolling in from the wing. Beattie scored one of the 2 Southampton goals last season that gave Strachan's side a win at St Mary's. So far, Liverpool with almost 2/3 of the possession, 100% of the goals. Telfer overruns the ball. He's looked decidedly shaky in the opening 8 minutes. Gerrard. Haman. Xavier. Murphy. Xavier to Haman. Time and space for Diouf. That could be counterproductive for Southampton, but Williams, an experienced central defender, recovered his balance well. Bridge, the England left-back, clears. Svensson, the Swede, hits it over the top. The Liverpool defence comes out and just catches Bahar's offside. Bahar's a little ring rusty. He's had no pre-season training because of injury. I want to get match fit in matches. I did play against Kazakhstan in midweek for Latvia. Svensson. Telfer. Fernandes. Now Beattie, the battering ram of a centre forward. That is matching Sami Houpier. Southampton take the free kick, the corner kick, should I say, very quickly. It's Svensson. There's a thick red wall that they have to pierce. Ball cleared for Diouf to chase. Paul Jones with the ball at his feet, as it was against Croatia in midweek. A terrible mistake cost Wales a win against the Croatians. Delap. Telfer. Ball left to Beattie. That will be Oncho's, who tries to prevent the corner and is successful. He goes, doesn't make a good connection with the ball. It's better from Xavier. Owen waits for the bits and pieces. He's had a quiet start to the game. Now Danny Murphy. Oncho. Murphy. Heskey. Diouf to Heskey. Those two are linking well. They could be rivals for the same position, but certainly no animosity on the pitch. Houpiat. Hammer. Michael Owen. Good play this by Liverpool. Linking Xavier. Gerrard fires it in early and just skips away from Diouf and Owen, who both launched themselves at it. There's always a hope. Is there a quicker strike force in the country, I wonder, than Owen and El Hadj Diouf? To say, Gerard Houllier looking the picture of health after a summer away from work and a few days off this week as well. Delap. The Republic of Ireland international, hitting it long for Fabrice Fernandez. Naturally left-footed player, but playing on the right-hand side today, and a little unbalanced so far. Blackburn Rovers have taken the lead against Birmingham. Blackburn's new signing, Dwight York, scored the goal. Oncho. Now Gerrard. Xavier. To Gerrard. Oncho to Houpiat. How many times do we say that during a game? For the best central defensive pairing that Liverpool have had. It's right up there with Hansen and Lawrenson in the glory days of the 80s. Bridge. Houpiat. This is out midfield, gives Diouf something to work on. Telfer lets it go to Paul Jones. Paul Telfer, only rated by his manager, followed Gordon Strachan from Coventry. I did that man on the ball there, Paul Williams. Bridge. To Marsden. Beattie taking on all comers. Traoré started the first half a dozen games a couple of seasons ago, but was loaned back to France last year, part of a learning process. Beattie. Haman. It's his job to win the ball in midfield. Murphy's job is to set things going. Owen's job is to score goals, but he was just a fraction away from getting on the end of that defence-building pass from Murphy. Svensson. Svensson squares it. Quickest to the ball is Gerrard. Now Diouf. To Murphy. Haman. Houpiat looks long. Gerrard to Murphy. Liverpool desperately keen to get the ball upfield. Now they're aided, and Jones has to be quick off his line and quick with his feet. Harry Carey in the Southampton defence. Is it a low head or a high foot? The referee says get on with things, allows the ball to roll as Pahars is a wee bit dizzy after colliding with Abel Xavier. Bridge. Svensson. Now Diouf away. Marston. Pahars. Getting stuck in. Steven Gerrard. Janan Ariza, one of the substitutes today. Played in every Liverpool Premiership game last year, the only player to do so. Left out today, maybe guarded against fatigue by the manager. He's very upset that he played a full 90 minutes for Norway against Holland. Heskey, Diouf, Traore to Harman. Gerrard. Quick fire football from Liverpool, all one touch, two touch. Superb speed, Murphy plays it in. Anywhere will do for Williams. Chester Beattie's not a bad place to put it. Marsden. Bridge. It's been a breathtaking opening quarter of an hour or so to this game. Fernandes. Now Telfer. Beattie, good touch to Pahars, to Beattie, squares the ball to Svensson, a little warning shot at the cop end. And Svensson, who had a great summer scoring the goal for Sweden that knocked Argentina out of the World Cup finals. Slight deflection means it's a Southampton corner. Now this is maybe where they've got their best chance of scoring. Klaus Lundekvam has brought some height. Beattie in there as well. Svensson. Traore gets ahead to the ball, but not direction. Williams. Bridge. So tester for Dudek, who clinches it just under the shadow of the crossbar. Traore. Owen. Telfer recovering his poise after that early slip-up. Diouf. Traore. Telfer getting in the way. Hope he got a lot of sleep last night, because it's going to be a run around for the fullback today. Svensson. Marian Pahars, they say he's the Latvian Michael Owen. He's up against the real thing today. Telfer. Fernandes creeping in from the wing. Much rather be on that left-hand side. Marsden. Southampton losing their shape a little bit. Liverpool keeping theirs and forcing their visitors back into their 18-yard box and indeed into a mistake. Xavier. Gerrard. Hoping that their home form can be that catalyst to success. They've only lost one of the last 17 matches at Anfield. Marsden. Svensson. Now Bridge. Good early cross. Well dealt with by Oncho. Bridge gets a second stab at it. Marsden. Teases it up there. Dudek happy to watch it go over the top of the bar, and Fernandes shuffles off the pitch to receive treatment. Gordon Strachan obviously saw something that the officials didn't. Clearly an accidental tread on the toe from Dina Hammam. Solid challenge by Jimmy Traoré. Fernandez back on the field, and as the camera was trained on him, Dina Hammam did catch a Southampton player. So word to the wise in his ear, no yellow card produced. Southampton have been reticent in throwing the ball into the Liverpool penalty area. Liverpool are an athletic and a very tall team. And they defend like that. They've got about 6 foot+ players guarding the goal. Beattie. Loose. Murphy onto it in a flash. Marsden. Offside. Rainbridge. That's encouraging when your left back is your farthest man forward. Southampton going for it, and clearly as the ball was released, he was a couple of yards offside. Traoré to Harman. Traoré fighted at Heskey. Owen picks up the pieces. Lundekvam. Now Bridge. Bridge. And takes on all comers. Marsden. Nice flick of the foot. Delap curls it in. Oh, that could have got anywhere. A slice of good fortune for Sami Hyypiä. Williams. Liverpool with more possession out in the goal, but Southampton not making it comfortable for them. Diouf. Klaus Lundekvam. Fernandez. Lundekvam. Oncho. Xavier. Murphy to Harman. Hyypiä. Traoré. Diouf. Good first touch. Now Heskey. Who's levelling in this wing play. Flying, fair tackle by Telfer. Fernandez for Southampton. They've not come here to defend, the Saints. Trying to play counter-attacking football against Liverpool. Almost half an hour gone in the Barclaycard English Premier League. Would be champions. Liverpool leading Southampton through an El Hadji Diouf goal. Gerrard. Oncho. Xavier. No holds barred challenge on Owen. Hammam. Diouf. This is a lightning, frightening potential partnership between the Senegalese star and England's #1 striker. Both of them frighteningly Just 21 and 22 years of age. Some news that will be greeted with a touch of glee in these parts is that the former Anfield captain Jamie Redknapp has scored his first goal for Tottenham Hotspur to give them the lead against Aston Villa at White Hart Lane. Oncho. Played against Austria, half a game, his 53rd cap on Wednesday night. Haman, now that's a tester. 20 years ago, a goalkeeper would have struggled with a pass like that, but the ball skills of Jerzy Dudek, almost as natty as the outfield players at Liverpool. Traoré, Haman. Houpier squeezes it to Murphy, tries to get it through to Owen. He's got the pace. Has he got the finish? There's a recovery from Lundekvam, and there was a foul in there, seen by Mr. Winter. Genuine look of surprise on the faces of the Southampton defenders. Paul Williams protests his innocence. Jeff Winter saw a shirt pull. It was that uncatchable pace of Michael Owen that took him away from Williams, and there was a grasp of the shirt. Since the time to ask for that famous number 10 is after the game. Don't try and take it off his back now. Yellow card, first of the afternoon, shown to Paul Williams. The long steps from Mr. Winter. Expect Liverpool to be direct and to the point. It's a free kick position that favours Murphy. Oh, chance for two! It is! No messing Michael Owen. But his joy is short-lived. Flag up, thumbs up. As it came to his feet, he was in an offside position, but the question is, when the ball was played, yes, he was. Fair cop. Excuse the pun. Owen's had a quiet game. His instincts running the free kick, and that goal was disallowed, and the triple somersault does signal what was a foul. Juve has his own special way of bringing these misdemeanors to the referee's attention. His trailing foot was caught right under the linesman's nose. Juve skies it, it's still on target, you know. Oh, and the goalkeeper was uncertain. He was surrounded by his own players. And interestingly chose to punch it over his bar. Everything he's touching at the moment, El Hadj Diouf, is turning towards goal. A lot of fired-up superstars down there. Liverpool with all the possession, but can they turn that possession into a second goal? Southampton living a touch dangerously. Bolton's lead against Charlton was short-lived. Trish Bart-Williams has made it Bolton 1, Charlton now 1. Traoré. Heskey. Jimmy Traoré. Little teaser, cross, comes shot. A bit of news that won't be welcomed on the red half of Merseyside. The Blues away from home have taken the lead at Sunderland. It's Sunderland 0, Everton 1. Kevin Campbell with his first goal of the season. A reminder that earlier in the day, Manchester City beat Newcastle 1-0. Darren Huckabee, the scorer in that noon kick-off English time. Williams looks for a target, finds Marsden, and he will do as the Liverpool defenders collide. It was a man who cleaned up in the end. Not the most spectacular of players, but arguably Liverpool's most effective midfield man the whole of last season. Beattie comes to the near post. Masters in there as well. Southampton want to get it just right. The distinctive head of Xavier won the day. Telfer. Offside. Marianne Pahars. Southampton and their supporters won't need reminding of one of Liverpool's biggest ever wins in the Premiership. Came at Anfield 3 years ago, and Liverpool beat Southampton 7-1. Bobby Fowler got a hat-trick that day. All of the goals were scored by players who'd come through the Anfield Academy. Fernandes, little teaser, concentration kept by Oncho, and ball kept in play. Pahars, disappointing wild shot. Gerrard curls it to Diouf. Gerrard, who started the move, tries to finish it. Well, he's back to his fighting fit best. This tremendously talented midfield player who sadly missed out on the World Cup finals, requiring surgery for a nasty injury. He's had a succession that have blighted his career so far. Week in, week out, he's played through the pain barrier. He'll be hoping for a problem-free season. Traore gives the ball away to Svensson. Fernandes. Pahars. A lot of support for the Latvian. Svensson. Beattie makes the move across the penalty area and gets there! Very intelligent run from James Beattie, coming in on the blind side of Sami Hyypiä, behind him. Just a trickle of a touch. Telfer. Svensson. Bridge. Marsden. Bridge. Throwing himself at it is Oncho, heading the ball away. Quiet, effective carriage from the centre defence, Stefan Oncho. Danny Murphy getting stuck in. Super Danny Murphy, as they call him at Anfield. Sadly not what they called him after the Southampton game last year, where he left the field to boos echoing in his ears. Now Diouf to Owen. The new partnership combines. Michael Owen! Tried to creep it under the goalkeeper. Immediately he was shown respect as three defenders came to close him down. Xavier. Durek. Marsden. Williams. Svensson. To Bridge. Lined up at left back, but being encouraged to become a left winger whenever possible by Gordon Strachan, and with success as well. he's been a model of consistency. He's played in the last 90 Premiership matches. Didn't miss a minute of last season, the only player in the Premiership to boast such a record. Out comes Klaus Lundekvam. Scouser at heart. Well, he has Scouse blood in him. His grandmother was a Liverpudlian who married a Norwegian sailor. Would be a happy return to his roots. Accused of throwing his weight around, and maybe it was a slightly raised right leg, but it didn't appear to be a touch harsh. Gerard Houllier made the news this week when he suggested that any sulking players had no place in the Anfield changing room. And a day later, Jari Litmanen was reported to be unhappy at the club. Gerard Houllier telling us yesterday that there were 2 interviews that were 3 weeks old and they didn't relate to each other, and he and Jari have had a good laugh about it, and Litmanen staying. But he's not in the squad today. If Jari did laugh about it, it would be a first, because I've never seen him smile in his 2 years at Anfield. Lundekvam. Svensson. Telfer. Beattie. Southampton are playing to their maximum. Bahas to Bridge. Looking for Svensson. The Southampton World Cup representatives, they've got a couple from Ecuador, though neither are in the squad today. Agustin Delgado and it didn't go to the World Cup. Gerard is tripped by Beattie. It's known in the trade as a forwards tackle. Only 7 fouls committed so far in the game. Liverpool hoping that they could take a lead of the Barclays English Premier League early in the season. Heskey loses his footing. One shot. Jimmy Case working for local radio today. Very popular man with both sets of supporters. The latter part of his career, he was a Saint. In the early days, he was a Liverpudlian. Fernandes. Telfer. Quick feet by Fernandes. Delap. To Marsden. Into the Liverpool penalty area. Oncho happy to get it away. Abel Xavier. Lundekvam overran the ball right into Steven Gerrard. Helped out by Telfer. Now Haman, never want to panic, never want to hurry, never want to really show his emotion or lose his temper despite some close attention. More than a hug that was from Chris Marsden. Backing into Lundekvam. Gordon Strachan creating a team in his own image. Play with energy, passion, commitment. Strachan actually had his best ever finish as a Premiership manager last year, turning the Saints around. They were bottom when he joined them. They finished just outside of the top 10, which is their aim this year. The dream would be a UEFA Cup place. 5 minutes or so remaining at Anfield. Troy. Heskey. You may find that he has to play in a variety of positions to get in the starting lineup. There's competition for places at Anfield, as Gerard Houllier said. There's a clone for every player. Troy, the left back, fighting with Carragher. Heskey hasn't been in the team until today. And there's really only one. El Hadj Diouf, the African Player of the Year. Troy. Fernandes. A harsh chase, just got Heskey drifted out of defence like he wasn't there. Poupiat. Owen waiting for any mistakes. Murphy follows up, keeps going. Created the goal last week for John Ariza. Murphy to Haman. Patience shown from Liverpool. Xavier plays it in. Panic shown from Southampton. Heskey back to Murphy. Fernandes comes and cleans up as Murphy was maybe caught slightly daydreaming. Gerrard. Williams. Liverpool supporters enjoying this cut and thrust football. It's a second goal, though, to go with a half-time cup of tea. Harman. Troy. Diouf. Murphy. Heskey. Time and space and options. Telfer learned his lesson in the opening minutes of the game not to let Heskey get a yard on him. Slightly worrying for Southampton is that Klaus Lundekvam is asking for medical attention. I don't think it's going to be anything too long-lasting. He overstretched himself. Oh no! Immediately, a change will be made. No chance he can carry on, which is a massive blow to Gordon Strachan. Lundekvam appears to have pulled a hamstring. Club's physio immediately deciding that Lundekvam has got to come off. You can see there he wasn't involved in anything. He was just running back to try and cover the Heskey cross. Hamstring went, and with games coming thick and fast, he has decided to take out an insurance on himself, not to do any long-lasting damage. And a forlorn Klaus Lundekvam hobbles off. And it does mean a complete reshuffle for Gordon Strachan. One of his summer signings will be introduced, Michael Svensson. And there's two Svenssons on the pitch. That's one. And Michael, number 11, is the other. Two Swedes. To the final seconds of the first half. Gerrard fires in the corner. Poupiat somehow off the line, not really by design. And Southampton scrap until the break. Just about. Sami Hyypiä's last 6 goals have all been away from home. It was a combination of Telfer and Marston that kept him out there. 2 minutes of stoppage time added largely for that injury to Lundekvam. Oh, what a fantastic flick by Duke. Sets Murphy away. Murphy goes for the fanciful chip. Anfield is a lot lively with this Senegal star around. Caught everybody by surprise. You can see he gives the place a lift. And Murphy has started the season off in sensational style. It's a heartbreak for him. Remember, he was on the World Cup standby list, got into the squad, and then broke a foot, which meant a summer off for him. Svensson A, the number 12, fouled by Dietmar Hamann. Telfer. Fernandes. Dudek hasn't had to dirty his knees in the game so far. Liverpool know they need a second goal against the spirited Saints. Last season it was 1-0 at half-time to Liverpool, and less than 2 minutes into the second half, Southampton equalised and stole the point through Kevin Davis. Bridge to Pahars. Xavier. Dudek. Now Oncho. So far, so good for Liverpool. Neat, passing, energetic performance, capped by a debutant goal from El Hadj Diouf. The fans are excited at seeing him, and they've liked what they've seen, though Michael Owen did have a goal disallowed. Could have been worse for Southampton. There'll be encouraging signs for Gordon Strachan and his team at Anfield. It's Liverpool 1, Southampton 0.
For playing 90 minutes for Norway.
Indeed so. All right, boys, we can go back to Anfield. Liverpool leading Southampton 1-0 to 0.
To Klaus Lundekvam, that forced the substitution. Michael Svensson, the man who will have to keep Owen and Diouf quiet for the second half. So Liverpool kick off the second half, and I'm sure there's been a word of warning from Gerard Houllier. It was a similar situation last year at Anfield in January, or last season, should I say. Liverpool were leading at half-time, and a couple of minutes into the second half, Southampton sneaked an equaliser. That will be the game plan for Gordon Strachan again today. Liverpool on an excellent run of form. They've won all of their last 9 Premiership home games in a row. Unbeaten in 17 of their last 18 games. Gerard Houllier now feels that his revolution is complete, and they're ready to challenge Arsenal and Manchester United for the Premiership title. Now Xavier. Interesting, it's only 4 years since Southampton's side beat Liverpool. The only remaining player in the Liverpool starting lineup today is Michael Owen. Joe Tessem, the Norwegian midfield player, has been asked to limber up by Gordon Strachan. Svensson. Fernandes. Xavier lets the ball drop out of the air. Beating the man probleming Xavier, who was signed last year, some thought as a stopgap measure, but he's kept his place in the team ahead of Jamie Carragher and indeed Marcus Babbel, who is, very happy to say, completely fit again after a year out of the game with debilitating illness. Free kick to Liverpool. Peter getting carried away. It's been a series of those heavy-handed challenges. One more, he could be in trouble with Mr. Winter. Xavier. And from the wing was Heskey, who was towering over his marker. Gerrard. Worth a shot from Hamann. Only scored once last season. His duties are more defensive, but well, manager would like him to weigh in with a goal or two more. Always been known as the last player to score at Wembley Stadium. His kicking has been way off this week, Paul Jones. He's suffered the misfortune of seeing his missed kick against Croatia played out on television over and over and over again. Michael Owen to Traore, to Haman. Danny Murphy. Great run from Gerrard, chaser of lost causes. Applies the pressure to Southampton, pens them into their own half of the field, close to their touchline. The field is slightly subdued at the moment. Need to quite a few more opportunities to get the supporters back on their side. Liverpool's 2 senior games so far, of course, have ended in 1-0 scorelines. The Community Shield against Arsenal, a defeat, and victory last week against Aston Villa. Hammond to Michael Owen. Has a great record against Southampton for scoring goals. 1 disallowed in the first half. Steven Gerrard. Murphy. Xavier has a longish throw. Emil Heskey coming in from the left-hand side of the field. 6'3" striker would be an obvious target. Up he goes. There's a flick on. Oh dear me! Now what a top end for Juve. A legend could well be born. Gerard Houllier said at the end of last season that you're going to like this player from Senegal that have signed. He could hardly pronounce his name, but now he's become a household name. Five minutes into the second half, he adds to the goal from 4 minutes into the first half. He's fit to wear that famous Liverpool #9 shirt, El Hadj Diouf. And again, he must thank Emil Heskey with the mineral water in the bar after the game. Heskey's header, as indeed in the first half it was Heskey's cross, providing the goal for the new signing. Murphy, tackling tough. Gerrard, powder puff with his pass, and Svensson hits it against his own player. Kenny Lippered, Emil. Let's raise the game. Well, Emil Heskey has more than won his place back in the team today. Cross for the first goal, header for the second goal. But the headlines will be screaming Diouf. Heskey to Diouf, he's on a hat-trick. What a story that would be on his debut. At Anfield, of course. This concert figure, Klaus Lundekvan, he may well have made a difference in that defence. He may have been able to stop Emil Heskey getting a head to the ball. We're hoping that his hamstring injury recovers, because Southampton have a fair run of games coming up. Saints next week have Chelsea. And after that, the fixture computer has been kind. Tottenham, Everton, West Brom, Charlton and Bolton. Games they would earmark for potential points. Michael Owen, roaming with intent. Chief waiting for any bits and pieces. Thought it may be his hat-trick moment. That's still to come. Murphy. Owen. Best he could do in the circumstances. Michael Owen has scored 7 goals in his last 10 games against Southampton. His limelight's been stolen by his new attacking partner today, Marsden. There's Chris Marsden, one player who certainly won't give up the fight. Less said about that shot from Rory Delap, the better. You can't really ask much more from his players, Gordon Strachan. They are playing to their maximum. There have been a couple of moments of distinct instinct to live the finishing. Gerrard to Michael Owen. Svensson reading the bounce bell. Telfer to Anders Svensson. Well, last year Southampton came back, they were a goal down. A couple of years ago they managed to come back to draw 3-3. Very happy to see Marcus Babbel back in the Anfield fold. Not too long before he's back on the pitch after his year out of the game with what was at one stage a life-threatening illness. He is completely recovered and back in full training. Now Michael Owen, swift turn. Svensson sticking to him. Diouf to Murphy. Needed the touch from Jones. Well, the presence of El Hadji Diouf is striking fear into the hearts of the Southampton defence. They were worried about him as soon as he got the ball. Little layoff. Murphy's cross. Come shot was heading in. Third goal would seal it. Would send out a message to the rest of the Barclaycard English Premier League. Liverpool do mean business this season. They want to claim the title for the first time since the 89-90 season. Massive throw from Gerrard. Can't score from the throw-in, of course. Time for change, with only 10 minutes gone in the second half. Joe Tessam will come on. Now Marian Pahars has been struggling with his fitness. It does look as though Pahars' number will be up. The next break in play. Giovanna Reza is also warming up for Liverpool. You can tell that by the cry from the crowd. Still number 1 in the Mersey hit parade. Giovanna Reza, how did you score that goal? He got legendary status after scoring against Everton last season. Won't be long before the modern day McCartney's and Lennon's penning a song about El Hadji Diouf. Xavier to Murphy. Michael Owen, some of the pressure has been taken off him with the arrival of a new strike partner. And of course the three-pronged attack with Emil Heskey in the team. Couldn't keep the ball in play then. Now's the moment. Joe Tessam will come on, and Marian Pahars, who hasn't had much of a pre-season, has looked a yard or two off the pace today. Certainly not his normal threatening self. And maybe it's consolidation for Southampton in the second half, taking off a striker for a midfield player. When you're hit by Emil Heskey, you certainly know about it. Bridge. Snared by Gerrard. Murphy. Telfer. Fernandes cuts it onto his favoured left foot. Given surprising amount of space by Liverpool. He knew it took a deflection. The referee agrees that it came off a Liverpool player. Southampton corner. Rare chance for Paul Williams to cross the halfway line. Michael Svensson, the red-headed central defender, brings some height to the attack, something for Fernandes to aim for. There is John-Arne Riise, who was the subject of an international incident this week. Gerard Houllier firing a broadside at Nils Johansen, the coach of Norway, who Mr. Houllier says broke a gentleman's agreement in playing Riise for the full 90 minutes against Holland. Williams. Tessem to Telfer. Tessem. A man brave. And quick in the pass, but it's just short of Murphy. Now Marsden. Bridge. Murphy absorbing the cross, but giving away the corner. Liverpool have been happy to just sit back and take a couple of blows on the chin from Southampton the last few minutes. Defending comfortably, chasing everything is El Hadji Diouf. He's on a hat-trick. Telfer. Big man is still in there. Beattie flies high. Softens it for Marsden, who kept it in play and teed it up for Murphy. Jeff Winter, now one of the established Premier League referees, though he started the season off in Division 1, sending off Burnley's Paul Cook on the opening day of the nationwide season. Svensson. Hupia to Traore. Heskey. Williams intercepts. Hupia heads away. Fernandes. Xavier. There was a time last year when Liverpool did have a bit of a soft centre in mid-season. They take the leading games and often throw it away, but defensively, since last spring, they've been superbly sound. 12 clean sheets in the last 16 matches, conceding only 5 goals in those 16 games, so statistically at least, Southampton's chances of getting anything out of this game now are remote. Delap. Hupia to Gerrard. Danny Murphy. Xavier. Oncho. So look around this Liverpool team. There's a bunch of players who've really yet to reach their peak, and so youthful as well. Heskey chasing the ball there is one of the older players in the team, and he's 24. Traore, one of the youngsters, like Michael Owen, 22. Steven Gerrard, the youngest player in the team, 21. Something that Gerard Houllier does want to impress upon the fans, just how youthful his side is. Heskey. Fair cross in the circumstances from Heskey. He's on a hat-trick of assists, of course. Juve. Gerard. Murphy. Will have Juve at the Kop end. The new Kop idol gets a corner. Now who's going to take care of Sami Hyypiä? Towers over even James Beattie. Makes a nuisance of himself and gets his head to the ball. He managed 5 goals last season, though his last at Anfield was 3 years ago. I don't know what Gordon Strachan said there, but it raised a smile on Gerard Houlier's face. And ball Hanan. Svensson. It's 20 minutes gone in the second half. Southampton mustn't lose heart. Maybe it is a case of damage limitation. As Michael Owen goes on the prowl and he took his eye off the ball, and as Svensson got himself in a second tangle. Delap. Anders Svensson. Telfer. Now Joe Tessum. Beattie to Tessum. Came off the Liverpool defender. Show throwing his body in the way bravely. Gerard Houllier sets his players little targets, and the target in the game now will not be how many they score, but just not conceding. Southampton got off to a disastrous start last season when they lost their opening 3 games. Miserable today as there's a chance for Michael Svensson, and did that come off Tessum, his teammate? It did. I think he had the best intentions to help it on its way, but he actually helped it onto the woodwork. Anders Svensson. Marsden. Just a goal for Southampton would open this game up, and Marsden was so certain he got a free kick. Then he put his hand on the ball, but the referee didn't agree with him. Now look at the grappling in there, it's like WWF. And it was Tessum's header, which may well have gone in. It had to be intercepted by a Liverpool defender. Murphy hobbling a touch. Won't want to come off there. There's so much competition for places. It was Murphy's header that saved Liverpool. Svensson to Beattie. And as well to stop him in his tracks. Xavier. Delap. Marsden. Southampton taking the game to the hosts. Telfer. Well, there has been a bit of a criticism of Liverpool that they get a lead and like to defend it. 2-0, the game should be in the bag. The supporters would like a touch more flamboyance from the boys in red. We might have repeated that 7-1 scoreline of a couple of years ago. Anders Svensson left Steven Gerrard for dead. Good run by the Swede. Gerrard can't catch him. Nobody can catch him. And full credit to Anders Svensson for endeavour. One of the Swedish World Cup heroes, starting the move deep inside the Liverpool half. Was no respecter of reputations then. going for the glory goal that may have hauled Southampton back into the game. Delap. Bridge. Liverpool's players have come back fighting fit. They've been defending in the last 5 minutes. Southampton have had almost 80% of the pressure, possession, in the last 5 minutes of this game. Winchell overcommitting himself. Bridge taking on Xavier. A little worried about trying to get past that peroxide hairstyle and those flashing white boots. Can Southampton crack Liverpool's code? It's their best period of the game, undoubtedly. Fernandes. They've got the possession. This is the time that Southampton must make it pay, as Liverpool are happy to take the punches that Southampton are throwing at them. That was soft. Three-quarters of the game gone at Anfield in this Barclaycard English Premier League fixture. Liverpool aiming to take that Premier League title this season for the first time in 13 years. Here's Dietmar Hamann. He's had a couple of identical shots in this game. Sadly for him, they've identically been well wide of the mark. Very popular young man in these parts is John Arne-Riise. He's been given the shirt. He'll be given 20 minutes of action as Gerard Houllier and Phil Thompson try to keep the Liverpool players fresh for what will be another marathon season. Champions League ahead of them. More imminently, Blackburn Rovers on Wednesday night. Player who's going to be rested will be Michael Owen. Hasn't finished a game so far this season. Gerard Houllier wisely wrapping him up in cotton wool, keeping him fresh. Tessim's offside. I don't think there's ever been a decision given by an official that he hasn't contested. A quiet afternoon for Michael Owen. A goal disallowed. But on the positive side, he's looking fit, he's looking fresh, he's looking menacing. And Liverpool have the luxury of giving him a break and bringing on John Arne-Riise, who will come on into a left midfield position, freeing Emile Heskey to partner El Hadji Diouf. Xavier to Gerard. Houpier. Traoré. There is Heskey to Diouf. To Heskey. Couldn't hurdle Paul Williams. Marsden. Now Wayne Bridge. Would be England left back. Marsden to Bridge. Common a couple of times in the World Cup finals against Nigeria and Argentina. Bit part player. A great future ahead of him. He made his debut against Liverpool 4 years ago. Fernandes. Rory's stretching his legs. They have been teammates in the French under-21 side, so they know each other's strengths and I suppose weaknesses as well. I'll proudly tell you in these parts that Liverpool have won the League Championship more than any other team in England, 18 times. The Kings of England, but never a Premiership title. Marston's cross, easy for Hoopier. Now Danny Murphy. Natives are getting restless, they want a third goal. Reese's first touch. Mr. Perpetual Motion is stopped by Svensson. Fernandes. Great tackle by Haman. Gerrard. Sure, a message has been passed from John Arisa to his Liverpool teammates to fire things up. This man needs no firing up, no more incentive either. Murphy, great run, takes it on. Oh, that's an important save by Jones to keep the game a little bit of alive for Southampton. His place may be under threat in the Saints' goal, but he's had an excellent afternoon. Fernandes. Sorry, rather jumped into the tackle, made it easy for Fernandes, and Dudek, on a rare occasion this afternoon, is called into action. As always, a mark of a Liverpool goalkeeper. They had to have a lot of patience in the old days, Ray Clements notably. Diouf. Heskey, onside, perfectly timed run from Emile Heskey! Jones to Southampton's rescue again. Well, he knows that a rival is being signed and lined up, but Paul Jones is desperate to hang on to the position. Look at the skills again from El Hadji Diouf. He's making a difference to this Liverpool side, and yet again combining with Emile Heskey, who was so close to getting his first goal of the season. Gerrard's cross. Marston's head away. Dietmar Hamann. Ball spins out of play. Elsewhere, it's Bolton 1, Charlton 2 now. Jason Newell has scored Charlton's second goal. And Sunderland have missed a penalty against the other Merseyside team. It's Sunderland 0, Everton 1. Kevin Phillips, the culprit. Reza launches it. Hoopier's in there. Svensson heads only as far as Murphy. Hamann. Bit of backlift brings it to Gerrard. Diouf. Xavier. Murphy. Players really on top of his game. John Arisa. Heskey. Good first touch. What will his second touch be like? A little soft as Telfer took it off him. There is Telfer, that early mistake in the game, now proving to be so costly on show. Liverpool are proving to be unbeatable at Anfield yet again. This will be, if it stays this way, as I'm sure it's going to be now, their 7th straight home victory. This was one of a catalogue of saves from the Welsh international. Hoopier. Traore. Michael Svensson's weak clearance. Emile Heskey. Jimmy Traore. And a bad cross in from the wing is Murphy. Flashes across that Southampton penalty area. Every time they attack, Liverpool look like scoring. The fans would just like more attacks. Now they pump up the volume at Anfield. There's the air of expectancy rises as well. That was a stupid handball by Marsden that's going to be punished with more than a free kick, I'm sure. Oh no, the referee allows Liverpool to take the momentum. Jordan Ariza. Diouf. 12 minutes to score his hat-trick goal. He wants it now. One interesting spectator, Michael Owen, wants to play every minute of every game. Initially, when Gerard Houllier took over, he wasn't tuned into the same wavelength, but he understands that the manager's moves are in his best interests. That tackle wasn't in Liverpool's best interest. Haman has given away a free kick. Shootable position. The outlawed challenge from behind by Dietmar Hamann. Such a distance, it would need a stroke of genius to beat Jerzy Dudek. Insurance companies must get so nervous when they see a free kick like this and these multi-million-pound players. The bricks in a wall. Anders Svensson scored a spectacular goal against Argentina, but it leaves this one to James Beattie. He maybe should have left it to Anders Svensson. Don't worry, Gordon. Only 10 minutes to go. Svensson. Williams. James Beattie. Foot in the way from Hoopier. Now Traore. To Riza. Traore's development means that Riza can play in an attacking left midfield position, which is his favoured position. Something he mistakenly let out in the press last year. And he got into trouble with Gerard Houllier for expressing those views publicly. Vladimir Smica, who's been restricted to the substitutes bench so far this season, will come on. There will be no hat-trick for El Hadji Diouf, but the whole of Anfield rises to the new Senegalese star. A star is born. 2 goals in his debut. You can ask for no better than that. I'm sure he could go out and celebrate in Liverpool, Festival City tonight. But he does have that rather distinctive haircut, doesn't he? So Vladimir Smica, who signed a new contract to stay at the club, fights for a place, won his 57th Czech Republic cap, as the strike force take a refreshing break. On show. Traore sold short, but wins it back. One of the quieter afternoons of Jerzy Dudek's Liverpool career. Short sleeves for the goalkeeper on a warm summer's day on the side of the Mersey. Steven Gerrard to Murphy. Smica gets his first touch. Nice touch as well to Heskey, to Smica. Nervous handling from Paul Jones. Well, Diouf scored with his first touch in a Liverpool shirt, and Smica almost scored with his first move of the afternoon. Svensson. Marsden Looking long, time running out for Southampton. Bridge. Traore to Murphy. Traore fits the photo fit of a Liverpool defender. Tall, lean, quick, athletic, comfortable on the ball. Danny Murphy. Local heart of this Liverpool side, which has been made of the foreign imports at Anfield. But Murphy is one of the homegrown players who has excelled. This was the Smeetser shot, quite a curl on it. Gerrard. Liverpool playing to their defensive strengths, but what they do have this season, compared to last, is an alternative scorer to Michael Owen. Now Vladimir Smeetser. Hunger, determination, and a fair amount of skill. He has a heavy burden. He wears that famous number 7 shirt. Number 28 shirt is not quite so famous at Anfield, but it will be an introduction to his new public for another one of the summer signings, Bruno Cheroux. And another insurance policy taken out. Bit of a break for Steven Gerrard. Cop hero comes off with 5.5 minutes to go. Just keep him fresh as the games are about to come thick and fast for Liverpool. And Bruno Cheroux, the £4 million signing from Lille in the summer. He's got 15 goals last year in the French First Division. He's introduced to the Liverpool public. Reese's throw. What many say won Arsenal the title last year was their depth of squad. Liverpool have that this season with 20 current international players. Tessem. Telfer. Tessem plays the ball back. Traore rather dives in, and Tessem just strayed offside. Dudek made the save, more out of boredom than anything else. Was he? I'm not sure he was. If you look at Abel Xavier on this near side of the field, I think he was keeping Tessem on side. Referee's assistant obviously not long-sighted. Four minutes to go as Liverpool look to take a grip of the Barclaycard English Premier League. With 2 wins out of 2, no goals conceded. But notably, Manchester United drawing against Chelsea on Friday night, 2 of the title contenders. Newcastle losing earlier in the day. These formative days of the season are so important. Rizzo. Bridge. Sure, Gordon Strachan won't be too critical of his players after the game. Came here with a game plan, they've largely stuck to it. They played to their maximum, but in truth, Liverpool know they've passed the test. Southampton have played to their very, very best, their maximum. Heskey bothering Michael Svensson. Abel Xavier overran the ball, allowed Marsden in. There's a certain type of player that has been attracted to Gerard Houllier over the years, though One wouldn't have thought that Abel Xavier would have been one of those. A rather flamboyant character. Oh, it's a long journey back for those Southampton supporters, and the bad news is it's a bank holiday weekend in England. And I've made that journey from Liverpool to Southampton. It took me 8 hours. Double bad news for them. Dudek makes the catch. It could be quite a party night in the city of Liverpool, with a Beatles convention in town. Beatles impersonators from as far afield as Australia. They're partying and doing their best impersonation in the street, but it has been the rail at Liverpool who's tied this one up. Smeetser steals the ball from Williams. Looking for Giroud. Will he have the same kind of introduction to the Kop end? He's got a penalty. The Liverpool fans like what they're seeing from their new signings. Diouf scores 2, and Giroud is tripped by Bridge. Now who takes it? Michael Owen missed last week. It's a new penalty taker in Danny Murphy. 3-0, loud and proud. Liverpool sent out a warning to the rest of the Premiership. This season they mean business. Southampton fall to Murphy's score. Level-headed, Danny Murphy seals a sensational afternoon for Liverpool. Right on the nail, a 90th minute penalty. I feel that Liverpool still have a few gears that they can work through as well if they're really tested. Murphy. What a turnaround it's been for Danny Murphy. Booed off against Southampton last season. One of the heroes in red this. Heskey looking for Smeetser. Every player in every position for Liverpool has done a deadly job. We're into stoppage time, of which there will be 2 minutes. Telfer came off the knees of Sami Hyypiä. A bit of defensive practice for Liverpool. Dudek just gets a fingertip to the ball. When out of play, it's a corner. In a perverse kind of way, Gerard Houllier will probably welcome this kind of pressure on his defence. Now the game is beyond the visitors. Svensson's cross. Williams back flick. A man prevents the corner. Can he launch one more Liverpool attack as we're into the final minute? Xavier to Giroud. Giroud has Reza to his left-hand side. And he has Smeetser to his right. Can he make it 4? But for Paul Jones in this second half, it could have been an embarrassment. One of Gerard Houlier's predecessors said he'd created a monster. I think the Frenchman has something in the making at Anfield now. Chris Marston's temper has gone into the final seconds. Marston. Brave, but not good enough for Southampton. Just enough from Liverpool. Few gears to work through. Gerard Houlier's new signings had a great afternoon. Diouf scoring 2 goals. Giroud creating the penalty to make it 3-0. Liverpool this season mean business. Final score at Anfield, Liverpool 3.
Central.